different kinds of love. In fact, there are 4 different kinds of love. One of the early scholars of Islam, Ibn Qayyim, he once said, there are 4 kinds of love which we must differentiate between. And those who go astray do so because they do not make this distinction. What is love? Look at the different categories, and then you figure out what love is. The first category of love is the love of Allah. But this is not sufficient. This is not sufficient to save you from the hellfire. The Christians have love for Allah. The Jews have love for the law. The pagans have love for Allah. But this is not going to save them from the hellfire. Saying that you love Allah means that you will live your life in obedience to Him. Having love for Allah means that you will follow it up with your actions. If a Christian truly loves Allah, he would be a Muslim. He would be living his life submitting to Allah, staying away from his desires, staying away from the things Allah ordered him to stay away from. So saying that you love Allah is not sufficient. You have to back it up, guys, with your action. And this is why Allah will test you. Just because you say you're a Muslim, that ain't good enough. Allah is going to test you. Do you truly believe in me? Okay, choose between me and your mother. Choose between me and your children. Choose between me and your impatience. Choose between me and your desires. This is what it's all about until the day we die. Okay? Then the second kind of love is love for those things which Allah loves. Subhanallah. What does it mean to love the things Allah loves? When you love that which Allah loves, this is what will bring you into Islam. Allah loves honesty. So you change your character. We talked about a liar. Can a liar change? Yes. You may have spent all your life a habitual liar. But now you become Muslim. You want to change. I love the things Allah loves. Allah hates lying, so I give it up for His sake. And I become an honest person. Allah loves cleanliness, so I love cleanliness too. I may have been a person that used to take a bath maybe once a week, but now I'm going to bathe every day because Allah likes this, so I like it too. Okay? Allah loves honesty, so I'm not going to cheat people out of their money anymore because I love the things that Allah loves. Allah loves patience, so I'm going to work on developing this. So this is the second kind of love, is when you love the things that Allah loves. This is what makes you the best Muslim you can be. And then there's a third kind of love, okay? And this is not only loving for the sake of Allah, not only loving what Allah loves, but loving for the sake of Allah. And what this means is you can overlook the bad and see the good. Okay? You want to make Allah happy. You want to love what He loves, so you can overlook the fact that your sister may be overweight and love her because she's a good person. You may overlook the fact that your sister got a problem, with her tongue, but I love her for all the good that she does. So that's the third kind of love. It's when you love for the sake of Allah the things that He loves. And then the fourth kind of love, and this is the kind that's haram. This is the kind that so many people practice that will take them to the hellfire. And this is when you love something along with Allah. This is what the Jews do. This is what the Christians do. The Christians love Allah, but they also love Jesus. They love Jesus and make Him equal to Allah. Okay? Or you love Allah, but you love your husband as much as you do him. You love Allah, but you love your children equal to him too. This is what will make you an unbeliever. This is the form of major shirk that will take you to hell. Now, a lot of people may ask the question, what's the difference between loving for the sake of Allah and loving something along with him? Loving for the sake of Allah is a sign of the perfection of faith. But loving something alongside with Allah is the opposite of faith. The difference between them is that a person's love for the sake of Allah is connected to his love for him. And if this love becomes strong in his heart, then this love will dictate that he will love everything that Allah loves, so he can give up his sins. He can resist the beckons of shaitan. He can resist the urges of his soul. And he can overcome the weaknesses of his desires, because he has loved for the sake of Allah and loves the things Allah loves. Okay? So this is a person that loves Allah's messengers. He loves the angels. He loves the awliya of Allah. And he also hates, because believe it or not, guys, hating is a part of faith too. He hates the things that Allah hates. For example, he hates hypocrisy, so he stays away from it. He hates adultery, so he takes no part in it. He hates lying, so he does everything in his power to be honest. Hating is a component of faith. So the person who loves the things that Allah loves is also one who hates the things that Allah hates. And how many of us are on this level? Very few of us. Very few of us. Understand, guys, for those of us who lack in our love for the sake of Allah, for those of us who lack in being able to abstain from giving in to our desires, these are people who are lacking in faith, and they are also lacking in their religion. Understand, guys, Allah has no partners. He has no equals. So you should never put anything equal to him or over it. If it contradicts a command from Allah, stay away from it. If it's something that Allah hates, you hate it too. Subhanallah. Allah speaks in the Quran about people who take their love for other things and make it equal with him. For example, Allah says in the interpretation, the meaning, amongst mankind there are some who take for worship others besides Allah as rivals to him, and they love them as they do Allah. These are the people, guys, who love their desires, their idols, their husbands, their wives, to the point, again, of disobedience. Understand, Allah comes first, the Prophet Muhammad comes second, and you come third. That order. If you put yourself after Allah and His Prophet, then you will be able to fight your desires.